It will happen. But our students are here to do more than graduate. They want to make a difference. They want to leave a legacy. They want to make a mark on the world that they're about to leave, so that future generations of students, like I see the 301s and 201s here, can benefit from that. And I think that's an important thing to think about. When I first started teaching at this school, we thought this is going to help kids graduate, and it can be the funnel and path to get from there. But I'm so proud of the 401 students that are here, where now our dreams can be more than just graduate. Our dreams can be to make a difference with what we do.
Coming to Big Picture really allowed me to explore that passion and really get where I needed to be. When I was in a traditional high school, I don't know if many of you know this, but I transferred during the middle of my 9th grade year. I thought that technology should be taught a little bit differently. I'm a very hyper person, and one of the ways they taught it in traditional school was sit down, code for 45 minutes, and you're done. You know code. And that's not how I learned. So, again, I'm hyper. I know that probably some of you in the audience are, so if you get up and move around during this, feel free. I won't take any offense to it. So, my senior thesis project is all about educating people on how to use technology, because it's such a vital and important thing in our current society. Getting a job requires at least basic technological skills, and if you don't have those, you're going to be at a serious disadvantage going into the job market. So that's where the first goal of my senior thesis project comes in. Teaching the teachers. A lot of projects and a lot of people say, oh, let me teach. I want to be the center of it. I want to do this, and I'll run this for you guys. But that's not sustainable. That won't help the future generations, and that won't help the future classes. That will help the current classes, and it will be gone. So one of my goals for my senior thesis project is to teach the teachers and run workshops to show them how to integrate technology into Common Core learning.
What my plan is to build a pantry for the VFW post 1978. I'll be making this pantry out of wood to help them stay organized for their pancake breakfast that they hold on the third Sunday of each month. I'll also be manufacturing memorial vinyl stickers for cars, sports helmets, windows in houses for the Glenn Daughtry Foundation. Glenn Daughtry was one of the members killed in the Benghazi attacks in Libya, and I'll be selling these stickers at the pancake breakfasts. And thank you, Dave. And all the proceeds will go to the foundation to help with education and recreation use.
Still have passions that have gone on my entire life. My passions include my culture, music, photography, taking care of children, and when I was 16, I organized a fashion show and I was interviewed for Syracuse.com. The products that I will be using are an outreach program to 4th graders and a social fundraiser to help me with the outreach program. I will create a lesson plan to the 4th graders that will help me explain what my culture is about and help them learn about the surrounding cultures, not just the Onondaga Nation here. The outreach program requirements that I will be doing, I will create lesson plans for the 4th graders, and I will have I'll have a panel of people trying to teach them how different types of things, such as our songs, creating food, crafts, like our dream catchers over in the corner there. And I will figure out a way for future classes to continue this outreach program to other 4th graders to come. The Haudenosaunee social fundraiser. I will find people with experience from around the nation who had experience putting on other social fundraisers. I will find dancers and social singers so that way they can help me with this. And I will also be giving off clothing and other types of crafts, like here, like lacrosse sticks, for prizes, so that way it will help me with the fundraising, and I will also be having possibly traditional food for sale. And I will have to create the raffle tickets for the clothing and the lacrosse sticks or other types of crafts that will be there.
This last summer, I went to New York City for a pre-college summer program in Brooklyn. At that summer program, I learned how to use animation software, editing software, using actual cameras, and all this really neat stuff that I didn't get to do. Also, at this program, I earned 4 college credits. I was in Brooklyn by myself with a group of other students. There's about 14 of us, kind of like the big picture thinking. And we got to go around Manhattan and Queens and Bronx all by ourselves in a group. And one of the things that we got to do is we found this indie festival. And at this indie festival, they were playing music. It was really different to kind of see how people operate. So that's what kind of inspired with my next thing. All right, so for my senior thesis project, I want to benefit 2 communities, on a local scale and on a global scale. The local scale will obviously be the LaFayette community. The way I'm going to be benefiting the LaFayette community is by bringing its first national film festival. So I have several learning goal products for this event. I meet all 6, including personal qualities. So for my empirical reasoning goal, I'm going to be creating a 2-part exploratory on the human eye and how it processes frames per second. For my communication goal, well, that's basically my entire project. I'm communicating to my panel, to volunteers, to my support network, and to the contestants that will be submitting the films. I'll be communicating through email, phone call, video chat, and any other way through social media. For social reasoning, I'm going to be creating a film on how each and one of our projects will create social change in our community. And I will also inquire those famous films that you see on the big screen, like The Breakfast Club, for example, and how they try to enact social change on a global scale. For quantitative reasoning, I'll create 2 movies that follow linear and nonlinear functions. In the movie Pulp Fiction, that's the perfect way to explain a nonlinear movie. It's taking all these different short stories and in the end piecing them all together to complete the puzzle. And then for aesthetic expression, I'm going to be creating t-shirts, logos, posters, flyers, anything to get our word out there. I will also be talking with Jeremy Reynolds, who you'll see in a little bit here, on getting my word of our event out to the public.
Because of this, I really realized like how art is actually really important, and it's really fun to do, and it could impact other people in a really good way. Like a mural, some people may just look at it and not understand it, but it does just these small things impacts people in different ways, and I don't really know where I'm going, but yeah, I definitely think that this project changed my idea on art and design school, and it made me really want to pursue college and get into really a nice design school.
Taking up almost half this entire workshop.
Corridor,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and
That's
when
I said, I think I said it. I think I sent a text message to Ken saying, I need them Thursday,
yeah,
and we're going to finish it,
Yeah.
right? So we can put it outside.
yeah. So we ended up just like going overtime and just finished it up and
Yeah.
put it on a cart and moved it up there. So now we started with these 2 barrels, and all they had is a few taps, which is just little spots of welding to keep it together. What we did was I had Paul weld these seams together so it was as strong as it could get, and then I was really into learning how to weld at that point because I didn't know. So our next step was to cut these holes so we could stick these feet in on both. So after doing a bunch of measurements so we could get them as straight as possible, we got the small one done, and I watched Paul weld that, and we went over to the larger one, and actually vice versa. He did the larger one, and then we went to the smaller one, and he gave me the opportunity to try to weld, and he just gave me some scrap pieces, and I went on him for like a good 2 minutes. He's like, all right, just go for it, yeah, and so I ended up doing better than I expected, and over the period of building this thing, I got improved, and after we got these two pieces done, I had to come for an entire day to measure out where I would place these two large bars, so there wasn't any crooked pieces, and it was as straight as possible. And next day after, we just welded these things on, welded these support bars, and put this on, and it went pretty fast.